So for those of y'all who don't know, my name is Lindsay. I'm an online health and fitness coach. I run my own business. It is lindslifestyle.fit. I just started this in August, so it's a baby business, but we're working it. So I have my bachelor's degree in fitness and nutrition. I'm also a certified personal trainer and group fitness instructor. I was thinking the other day that I have never fully told my whole story. I've told bits and pieces here and there. I've posted transformation pictures and just little tidbits here and there, but that's it. So nobody really knows where it all started and how I got to where I am today. So I figured, why not kill two birds with one stone and start my YouTube channel by telling my full story. So that's what I'm here to do today. And I'm just going to get right into it, and if I ramble, I am sorry. I am going to do my best to make this less than 15 minutes. So I got into health and fitness in 10th grade. First of all, I was always pretty chubby kid. I was bigger than the majority of the girls in my class up until junior high and high school. I was never crazy bullied for my weight or anything, but inside I felt it. Inside I knew that I was bigger than those girls, and I saw them getting more attention from the little boys and looking better in their mini cheer uniforms and all that good stuff. So inside, it was always a battle for me of wanting to be like those girls and be smaller. But it never really hit until 10th grade. I was on Facebook one day and saw a picture that a bikini competitor had posted, and I still to this day do not remember who that was, but I clicked on that picture and it took me to her Instagram. And on her Instagram I saw all kinds of pictures of her, as well as all these other girls and men who looked so good. It looked like her, and I was like, that's what I want to look like. That's what looking good means. They, have all these followers. They are winning these shows because of their physique, and that's what society says we're supposed to look like. And so I made it my goal to look like them. So I made an Instagram fully dedicated to my fitness journey. And I just didn't go into this slowly. I jumped right in full force, head first. I started following the nutrition protocols that competitors follow. So if you're not familiar with bodybuilding competitions, it's typically very low calorie, restrictive diet. I'm sorry, that's my dog. And crazy amounts of cardio with exercising. So that's what I did. I would get up at 5 a.m. every morning to do 30 minutes to an hour long workout before going to school. I would have very little for breakfast, maybe like a fourth a cup of oatmeal with an egg, and that was it. And then go to school, eat nothing but salad with a little bit of meat for lunch. And then when I came home, I would go on a 30-minute walk / jog. Never been a runner. Still to this day, I'm not a good runner. But anyway, 30-minute walk / jog plus another 30-minute to an hour long exercise workout routine. And I was doing all this from home, so I just had like baby dumbbells and some resistance bands, and that's it. But yeah, so I would do an hour to 2 hours in the evening, and then very low calorie dinner, go to bed, get up, do it again. And this went on for a good 2 years. I started this weighing between 120 and 130, and after about a year and a half, 2 years, I weighed 98 pounds. Probably not even 100 pounds soaking wet. So I was very, very small. I was skin and bones basically, but I had abs, and I was proud of that because that was my goal, was to have those abs and have that thigh gap, and I got there. And let me tell you, I hated myself more then than I did before I saw that picture and started that fitness journey. And when I realized this, everything changed. I was tired of being told, you just need to eat a burger, you just need to eat a whole pizza, you just need to eat, you need to stop working out so much. But I was obsessed. I had to maintain those abs. I had to always get in my workout. I had to always eat the right things. If I ever ate the wrong things, I had to work out more to work it off. And that obsession just was so hard to get rid of. But I think the thing that really saved me was getting a gym membership. So senior year of high school, I got a gym membership, and the closest gym to my house was 30 minutes away, because I'm from a really, really small town in southern Arkansas with a population of 75 people. So that tells you anything about where I'm from and this accent, then now you know. So yeah, got a gym membership, got there and started seeing other women in the gym who were lifting heavy weights that looked so good, and they were down in protein shakes and Pop-Tarts and stuff after their workouts. And I was like, hold on, what did I miss? What am I doing wrong? I want to be a badass like you. So that was my new goal. I wanted to be able to be strong and to eat whatever I wanted because I thought that's what they were doing. So I started working out like them, which meant working out less, lifting weights more, less cardio, and eating more foods. And I slowly started gaining the weight, but in a good way. I started gaining muscle as well as a little bit of needed fat. And I was like, okay, I really screwed up when I first started this, and now I know what I'm supposed to do, and that's what I'm gonna do from now on. So I continued to do this for about a year, year and a half, and then CrossFit came into my life, and that became an obsession. So if you're catching on here, every little detour and trip that I've taken throughout this whole journey has become some sort of obsession, because that's just for some reason the way that my mind always worked. So I started doing CrossFit, and I went back to my old ways of working out twice a day, but I was still eating whatever I wanted. And I was like, if I'm burning more calories, that means I can eat more. So I was eating more foods of whatever foods I wanted, and the weight slowly started to creep back on tenfold. So I told you when I started my journey in 10th grade, I was 125-ish pounds. We're now sophomore year of college and sitting at about 150. And don't get me wrong, that's not a lot. I never looked bad at that weight, but I felt bad again. I felt bad about myself, and I was like, what am I doing wrong? I'm working out 2 to 3 hours a day, sometimes more, and surely I'm not eating more than what I'm supposed to be eating. But I was. And so I started tracking macros, which is where you track your calories based on a specific amount of carbs, protein, and fats. I started doing that along with the CrossFit and slowly started to lose the weight. And I got back down to a comfortable weight of 135 and stayed there for a while. But I was still doing CrossFit a lot, like all the time. It's what my life revolved around outside of school. And my body was so run down, so run down. I was dealing with more injuries than ever and just feeling super tired and worn out. And I was hungry all the time and it was just really catching up to me. So I just called it quits, to be honest with you. I stopped working out. I stopped tracking macros and started just eating to fuel my body because I knew what that meant because I was in school for this stuff. So I just changed everything. And after about, I think it was a month or two of not working out, sorry, I had a message. I got back into the gym, but I didn't start back with CrossFit. I started just doing some workouts that felt good to me in the school gym that I worked in, and slowly just started to incorporate more and more. And I was doing things different. I was not following a specific routine. I was just lifting when I felt like lifting heavy. I was doing yoga. I was doing group fitness classes, just a variety of things. And that is what worked best for me. My body felt better than ever, and I was fueling myself better. I was no longer tracking macros or eating like crap. I was eating foods that I knew I needed to be eating and listening to my body and eating enough and not too much. And that just, I don't even know how to describe the feeling to finally feel free and like I finally reached that goal of being happy with myself and my body. And I don't have that goal physique that I set out to find. That goal physique led me to lose my period, which is the number one indicator of a health issue in healthy women. Lose my hair. Lose all of my, have bad relationships and bad attitude toward my loved ones, restrict my food to the minimum amount ever, and to hating myself. That goal physique led me to hating myself and going down the deepest, darkest path that you can go in fitness and health. Like, yes, I had an eating disorder. Yes, I have talked about that a little, but not a whole lot. Oh my gosh. This is really hard for me. It's harder than I thought it was going to be, so I apologize. I don't think like I used to think back then when I did have the eating disorder, but I still sometimes have to fight those demons in my head that say, that's a bad food, you can't have that, you don't need to have that. But I don't think that that is solely my fault. And I know it's not, actually. The society that we live in really, really does mess up our minds around food and dieting and exercise and just all of that. It really does. And I am just so happy that I'm finally free from that, and that I am truly happy with my body where I am right now, while I'm also going for my goals. And they're not solely based on physique, but on strength and endurance and health. And that's what has led me to start my own business and want to really help other women and even men to find that same freedom that I finally have, and realize that health is not about your body. Fitness is not about a goal physique. And you do not have to restrict yourself from certain foods. You do not have to do excessive amounts of cardio, and you do not have to sacrifice friendships, relationships, life to reach goals. And it feels really good to get everything off of my chest finally. I'm sure I have left bits and pieces out. It's just me. But yeah, so started in 10th grade because of a picture, and created an eating disorder, made me hate myself, took me down a really dark path, but in the end, saved my life. I got into fitness for the wrong reasons, and in turn, it saved my life. And that is the gist of my story. So, we are over 15 minutes by a couple, but thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this and to support me and to be interested in hearing my story. And yeah, I'm just really thankful for everyone who has supported me and encouraged me in everything that I've been through and what I'm doing in my business and my life now. And I'm excited for this YouTube channel. And if you have suggestions or ideas, what you want to see from me, I'm thinking maybe some day in the life, full day of eating, recipe ideas, maybe some workouts, things like that. Just drop me some comments, let me know. And if you know someone who is in a position that I have been in, that I was in any part of the story that you've just heard, please lead them to this video and reach out to them and let them know that there is a better way, and there are people out there who want to help. So, y'all have a great day, and again, thank you.